Competency standards. You hear about them a lot, but what are they? Simply put, competency standards tell you what you need to know and be able to do in a specific job. These standards are like blueprints for success in any profession. They outline the skills, knowledge, and behaviors needed to perform tasks effectively and efficiently. Think of it like this. You wouldn't want a brain surgeon who hasn't proven they can perform surgery, right? Competency standards help ensure that professionals possess the necessary skills and experience. They provide a clear and measurable benchmark for employers, trainers, and employees alike. These standards are developed by industry experts who know the ins and outs of a particular field. They are designed to reflect the real-world demands of the job and ensure that individuals are equipped to handle any situation that may arise. Whether you're just starting out in your career or you're a seasoned professional, understanding competency standards is essential for success. They provide a clear pathway for professional development and help you stand out from the crowd. So, let's dive in and explore the key components of competency standards. Now that we know what competency standards are, let's break them down into bite-sized pieces. Each competency standard is made up of several key parts: the unit title, the unit descriptor, the elements, and the performance criteria. The unit title is pretty self-explanatory. It's the name of the competency standard. For example, a unit title might be prepare and serve coffee or operate a forklift. The unit descriptor provides a brief overview of what the competency standard covers. It's like a short summary that tells you what the standard is all about. Think of it as a quick glance at the job's responsibilities. Next up, we have the elements. These are the specific tasks or activities that someone needs to be able to perform to be considered competent. For example, an element of prepare and serve coffee might be grind coffee beans to the correct consistency. Finally, we have the performance criteria. These are the standards that someone's performance will be measured against. They describe how well the tasks or activities need to be performed to be deemed competent. For example, a performance criterion for grind coffee beans to the correct consistency might be coffee beans are ground to a uniform size without any large chunks or excessive powder. Let's dive deeper into the elements we talked about earlier. Remember, these are the specific actions or tasks that make up a competency. Think of them as the building blocks of your skill set. Each element represents a mini goal you need to achieve on your path to mastering the entire competency. For instance, let's say you're learning to bake a cake. The competency standard might have elements like preparing the cake batter, baking the cake evenly, and creating a smooth frosting. Each element requires a specific set of skills and knowledge. To prepare the batter, you need to know how to measure ingredients accurately and mix them properly. Baking the cake evenly involves understanding oven temperatures and baking times, and creating that flawless frosting. That's where your artistic touch comes in. By breaking down the competency into these smaller elements, you can focus on mastering one skill at a time. This makes the learning process less overwhelming and allows you to track your progress more effectively. As you conquer each element, you gain confidence and build momentum towards achieving the overall competency. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a master baker or any other skilled professional. It's all about mastering those individual elements, brick by brick, until you've constructed a solid foundation of competency. Section 4. Measuring up performance criteria and you. Okay, so you understand the elements of a competency standard. Now, how do you know if you're actually any good at them? That's where performance criteria come in. These criteria are like the measuring sticks used to assess your competence in each element. Think of it like a baking competition. You might bake a delicious cake, but the judges are looking for more than just taste. They're evaluating your technique, presentation, and adherence to specific criteria. Similarly, performance criteria outline the quality, efficiency, and safety standards you need to meet in a professional setting. Let's go back to our coffee example. If the element is frothing milk for a latte, the performance criteria might include things like milk is steamed to the correct temperature, the milk has a smooth, velvety texture with no large bubbles, and the latte art is aesthetically pleasing. These criteria provide a clear target for you to aim for. They help you understand what good looks like and how your performance will be evaluated. By focusing on meeting these criteria, you can ensure that you're not just going through the motions, but actually performing at a competent level. Remember, it's not enough to just do the task. You need to do it well and consistently. Performance criteria help you hold yourself accountable and strive for excellence in everything you do. Section 5. Navigating the range variables in competency. Here's the thing about competency standards. They're not always one size fits all. That's where the range of variables comes in. This range acknowledges that there are different ways to be competent in a particular area, depending on the specific context. Think about driving a car. The basic competency of driving remains the same, but the range of variables can be huge. Driving in a busy city center is a different beast than navigating a quiet suburban neighborhood. Similarly, a chef working in a fast-paced restaurant kitchen will face different challenges than a baker in a small bakery. The range of variables takes into account these different contexts and allows for flexibility in how competency is demonstrated. It might consider factors like the work environment. Is it indoors or outdoors? Is it a fast-paced or slow-paced environment? The tools and equipment used. Are you using hand tools or power tools? Are you working with specialized software or equipment? The complexity of the task. Are you performing routine tasks or more complex problem solving? By understanding the range of variables, you can adapt your skills and knowledge to different situations. It allows you to be flexible and adaptable, which are essential qualities for success in today's ever-changing workplace. Section 6. The evidence plan, your competency roadmap. So, you've been working hard, honing your skills, and meeting those performance criteria. But how do you actually prove to someone that you're competent? That's where the evidence plan comes in. Think of your evidence plan as a portfolio that showcases your skills and knowledge. It's a collection of documents and records that demonstrate your ability to meet the competency standards. Your evidence plan might include things like certificates of completion. These show that you've successfully completed training courses relevant to the competency standard. Work samples. This could be anything from a written report to a video recording of you performing a task. Testimonials or references. Having positive feedback from supervisors or clients can provide valuable evidence of your competence. Observations. A supervisor or assessor might observe you performing tasks to evaluate your skills and knowledge firsthand. Having a well-organized evidence plan is crucial for several reasons. First, it helps you keep track of your own progress and identify areas where you might need further development. Second, it provides tangible proof of your competence to potential employers or licensing bodies. Remember, in the professional world, it's not enough to just be good at what you do. You need to be able to prove it. Your evidence plan is your ticket to showcasing your skills and achieving your career goals.